Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name is Wendy Wing. I'm doing a daily checkity check, checking in on the energies for the day. Whenever you're tuning into this, it's the right time. This is a general reading, not tuning into one person's specific energies. I'm tuning into collective. So take what resonates and leave the rest. If you would like a personal reading, you can schedule an appointment with me. The link is in the description box below. I do psychic readings, tarot readings, or coaching if you want to learn how to enhance whatever skills that you have. So, all right. The oracle card for today, Kali Mahamaya. Been a couple weeks since we drew this card. Me, myself, and I. All of this. All right. Kali Mahamaya is Kali Ma, the spiritual truth beneath all appearances, the healing waiting to be discovered in all experiences. In harmony with your higher self, she manifests the path upon which you can best learn, heal, and grow. She is unclothed, symbolizing wild, unconditioned authenticity. She is the empowerment to discard conditioning and judgments that we have worn, cast off the fearful constraints others have imposed upon you. Connecting to your authentic being will attract healing. Connecting to your authentic being will attract healing, guidance, and divine grace to you now. I feel like this is validation with the messages that have been coming through are the pathway, your pathway is within you. It is being more authentic. Being you. And by being more you, you start to realize what isn't you, what's no longer in alignment with you. Maybe people, situations, feels very new way of being. Feels like a continuation that things of your life, your energy has shifted so much. You've made so many choices, choosing your authenticity, that you're moving in a new direction. A whole new world. All right. So in the past, got this energy of Seven of Swords. Sneaky. Actually, this is, I'm getting this is you. This is your energy. You were, in the past, you were keeping your moves hidden. You were hiding yourself from others. I feel like this is as your energy was shifting. It's hard to explain to those around you what, how to translate that, how to communicate what's happening when you're receiving a calling to be yourself, to move in a different way. I'm likening the experience to what if you were born blind in a family that was blind and they can't see light, and so you were having whatever issues you were having and nobody can see, and there's an equal playing field there. However, all of a sudden light is introduced into this story, and you could see the light, but nobody else could. And so you're not blind living in the darkness. You're actually sighted. They just can't see the light. Something new happened, and how you sound crazy if you start talking about the light that nobody else can see, whatever that light was for you. Did you have gifts, extrasensory perception, knowingness, spiritual beings around you that you communicated with, those who crossed, whatever, something that just said that there's more than what you were being shown. And so it feels like in the past you had to hide that. Maybe you even hid it from yourself because you didn't want to be the different one. You didn't want to be the odd man out. You wanted to fit in. Boy, I feel like this created boy, it's like you had to, your world got more and more uncomfortable and harder and harder to navigate, trying to fit in an old way of being, and until you co-created yourself, manifested yourself into a corner where you just, I mean, you're stuck. You had to, it was like you were trying to not even acknowledge the truth about yourself and what you were perceiving, because it's, I mean, what do you do with that? You know, but there's something about the isolation, painting yourself into a corner where you couldn't move out of, that created such stagnancy, such stuckness, that you had to start looking at the truth. What is the truth of this? This is a very new way of being. I feel like a new way of discovering yourself, being honest with aspects of yourself that are not pleasing for yourself or others. Feels like you realized that, okay, I can't be the only one feeling life in a very unique and new way. And so it feels like in the past you started seeking out, you know, where am I going to find, I can't be the only one going through this. Is there anyone else? A soul family, soul tribe? Are there others who are not able to fit in their normal life anymore? The constructs that society has created. What, you don't fit into a normal archetype, and you're trying to figure out, are there new archetypes? Are there new ways of being? Can I have a very individual experience? Can I find others who are also seeking heart-centeredness, openness, a new way of being, a new way of coming together? I don't feel like you're an extremist and needing everybody to have the same experience. You are just wanting the freedom to be yourself, and explore this and that be okay. I think in the past you're learning, just, can it be okay with you? That others aren't going to understand, they're not going to appreciate. Definitely not those who don't see the light. And I'm not saying, I hope it is not coming off as judgment, as it's good or bad, or more advanced or less advanced, seeing the light and not seeing the light. I'm not getting that at all. It's just brown eye, blue eye, green eye. It's just different. It's different experience. That some of us wanted a very different experience in this lifetime and wanted this type of path. The light has a lot of confidence with it once you learn how to use it. You don't need everybody to be like you. Actually, what I'm getting is that by everybody trusting and moving inwards towards their authentic self, you are inviting everyone to be more themselves. And to be honest, with people about how you feel about yourself, how you feel about them, and not as a judgment on each other, but just trusting that like will attract like. All right. And your current energy is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. It's talking about someone who's not independent, someone who's unable to take care of themselves. A lack of stability, lack of financial abundance, a lack of security, stability. A couple different ways I'm reading this. It's not very clear yet. All right, what I'm getting in this current energy, it's like a story that's unfolding. You used to be in that Nine of Pentacles in reverse energy, dependent on others, dependent on someone, maybe codependent, not able to really take care of your own safety, security, stability. Maybe there were difficulties supporting yourself. What is really interesting here is as the story unfolds, there's like this darkness that you go through because someone who was supposed to be, I don't know, your ride or die, someone really important and a loving, it wasn't a loving figure. What came a loving, someone you needed their love and support. And I think because you needed that and you didn't believe in your own worth and value, they stopped believing in that too. You stopped respecting yourself. Whatever led to that, because it's complex how you got to that space. And it's not by yourself. You didn't come to these conclusions. But so I'm getting that you felt like you're someone that was supposed to care and love you, turned their back on you and left you in the dark, feeling very defensive and alone. And what next? What's amazing is you really learned how to take care of yourself, how to stand your ground, how to wow, the energy just in these few cards, the story has shifted. It's you went through something so difficult and you came out on top. I have a feeling that you were meant to fail. You were set up to fail. You were set up to be destroyed, dismantled, shattered. Because at the beginning of this, you were so dependent and needy and didn't even see your value and worth, and you feel really low. But as you were abandoned, betrayed, felt abandoned, felt betrayed, perceived and left alone, that you rose to the occasion. I feel like everyone who has stood against you wishes that they didn't. You're still standing. You're still moving forward. You're now moving forward to incredible. So in this journey, as I'm reading this, you start off at the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, and at the end, you're at the 10 of Pentacles. This is where you're heading. You're heading towards generational stability, family, whether this is true family, like blood family, or light family, soul family, star seed family, whatever family, that feeling of true belongingness. You are creating incredible amounts of wealth, respect. The only reason that you couldn't have gotten to 10 of Pentacles from here, you had to go through these difficulties to level up, to show yourself what you're made of, so you would respect yourself, you would love yourself, you would see how capable and able and resilient and strong you are. So in that reflection, others see you as a leader, as a wise person, loyal. You're building a foundation. I feel like you are creating an archetype. The archetype in the past, you didn't fit into any archetype comfortably, and it was very limiting. And so I still feel like there's not an archetype in modern society that's large enough that encompasses all aspects of who you are. So you are creating a new archetype. Wow. Wow. Okay. In the center of your reading, your higher self is talking about justice in reverse. So justice is, I see often as karma, a balancing out. So something, when the justice card is in reverse, something that's unfair, something that's out of balance, that your higher self wants to communicate to you. Not getting that. Usually I get like belief systems and things to work on that are coming up, limitations, blocks. All I'm getting with this is validation that you're on the right track. Validation that you haven't felt like you fit in and you're moving towards that. Validation that so I feel like this is about this reading so far. The message is you're on the path. If this resonates with you, you're on your path. You're heading in the right direction. Don't judge what has happened and come to the conclusion that the world is against you, the universe is against you. You are like a diamond being put under pressure to really show yourself how important you are, who you are, that just being yourself is the key. Oh, okay. This is so. I'm getting that some of you are ready to move forward. You might be literally moving because your energy has shifted so much. It's like it might be very difficult for some of you to stay in a physical location. You might need to move. Might be ready to move on, move something different. And then I'm also getting, for some of you, there's been an imbalance, like you putting out too much, giving too much to connections, you over giving because of a lack of understanding your own worth and value. And that is going to shift. It's kind of like what I'm getting here is it's like you shift and you start balancing your masculine and feminine energies and allowing people to find you. I feel like people are seeking something that you have to offer, whether it's your energy, your light, your knowledge, your wisdom, your friendship. So part of this, I'm feeling like you moving out and moving forward. That's like the masculine aspect of this energy that I'm reading, is you going out and doing something differently. Taking charge, masculine. And then the feminine aspect of bringing this balance is allowing people to find you, allowing people to see your light. Maybe, we started at the Seven of Swords, that sneakiness and not wanting others to, not being able to understand who you are, your own light, your own path. And so maybe you're ready to allow people to see you, the fullness of who you are, or at least starting and allowing people to show up in your experience. So what I'm getting here with this is a balancing between your masculine and feminine energies. That maybe if you're focusing on one, leave some space and for creating that balance. Boy, again, moving forward. Really fast moving. Okay, so your higher self also wants you to know that there might be some uneven energies, or you might feel unbalanced as you're getting used to this faster moving, faster changing energy. For the longest time, all the cards were, and in your past too, it's stuck, stagnant, can't move, can't get out of this energy, can't leave, can't make a change. And now your higher self is like, hold on to your hat. This is, you are moving quickly. I'm getting that some of you who have, this is just for some of you who have some lingering health issues, some difficulties with your health, that will change too. Can you create space to allow that the new version of you is not holding on to that illness? What would it feel like to not have that as a definition of a part of who you are? I'm not saying to ignore reality. Just noticing when you're feeling better and appreciating. I hope that lands correctly. I feel it will, because there's what I'm concerned is that someone takes that to an extreme. But what I'm getting is there's a lot of balance. It's hard to be in an extreme energy, because in this faster moving energy, it feels like you get a quicker response. You might be noticing when you manifest, when you really think about something and just think about, feel it without any resistance, that those aspects are showing up a lot quicker. So the same thing here, if you ignore something, it's going to pop up, but things happen a lot quicker. It's like learning how to navigate in this fast moving energy. Just keep finding the balance. It's not about being perfect. Just keep moving forward. Yeah, you are ending a cycle, a very old cycle. It feels like a lot of cycles are ending. It's like you've moved into a new way of being. You're closing out so many cycles, old ways of being. You might not really recognize yourself anymore. I have a feeling that people who you were connected with don't recognize who you are either. What's interesting is, as you've shifted your energy so drastically, that others upset with your change have created a lot of betrayal. But what I'm also getting is that people feel that you're shifting, you choosing yourself, because I get that from this, that was not always the case, that you chose others over yourself more often than not. And so when you started taking care of yourself and loving yourself and choosing your soul and your soul path, even though I have to say that sounds like the right thing to do. I mean, I don't want to make a judgment call, but I think you get what I'm saying, is choosing your soul journey, and each person doing that is, why are we here? Are we here to be subservient, to help someone else chronically be themselves, but not for ourselves. Like, you know what I mean? What I'm getting is that they felt betrayed by you changing the unconscious agreements that you had with them, that you were to overgive and not expect anything back, to not have boundaries, to not make a lot of noise, not take up a lot of space, to make yourself small. Like whatever unconscious agreements that you had with people in the past, when you stopped, when you're like, you know, I'm taking care of myself. I'm inspired to do things. I want to be myself. I want to find out who that is. I want to speak my mind. It is interesting to energetically see how these people perceive that as the betrayal, as being abandoned. And so I can feel this, like they feel justified in treating you the way they did because they felt betrayed first, that you changed. You weren't supposed to change, not like that. All right. Your challenge right now is the Tower. An unexpected shift. Shocking. Something you don't see coming. What is this? What is the Tower? The unexpected Tower that you don't see coming is someone from your past. Someone from your past that you have ghosted or turned your back on. Okay. What do we need to know about this? Why is this a challenge? Oh, I definitely know who. Okay, this is someone from your past who did not give that equal give and take that I've been talking about, that preferred the arrangement that you had in the connection before you started choosing yourself. And it does not seem that you guys are in communication, not real communication. And this is something to do with your finances. I feel like this person in the past definitely tried to destabilize you, or did. Tried to affect your finances, tried to leave you penniless. For some of you, like really tried to make it difficult for you to live, exist. But something about the challenge is, oh, all right. Am I seeing this correctly? Okay. Okay. I'm getting several different storylines. Let's see. Let me just see which one resonates. I get the feeling that this person could be, the tower could be that this person comes in in your current energy sometime recently, soon, might have already happened. It's present energy, so it depends. But there's something about this person coming in, seeing you as someone who has followed their inner guidance, someone who is intuitive, someone who has an inner wisdom. And it's like they see your value now. Okay, that's one scenario. I get the feeling that you're very suspect of this person. You've got your back turned to this person because they have been so shady and deceptive in the past, especially about finances. That's for some of you. For others of you, there's a challenge because of how others have treated you. So you're a little wary of, I want to make sure I'm getting a correct deal. You overgave so much in the past that now you're very cautious about an equal give and take. And I'm getting, for some of you, this is a new person comes in who's incredibly stable, incredibly financially abundant. They see the value in you. They want to invest in you. I don't feel this is a romantic connection. I feel like this is a powerful connection about creating abundance. Someone who wants to hire you, someone who sees the value that you have, value added, and it's like a partnership. It could be same sex, it could be different genders. This is someone who is creating something amazing, and they want your wisdom, your intuitive, whatever. I was talking at the very beginning of the reading that you have some type of skill set that allows you to see the light, feel the light, knowingness, something other than the five senses. And that's what this person, you being you owning all of who you are, including that aspect, they want that. They want your ability, your intuitiveness, your light, your joy, your ease, all of that makes you you. And this brings a tower. I think it blows your freaking mind. Because you're already, I think that things are happening so quickly. It's taken so long. There's been so much stagnant, and then all of a sudden things change. And I think it will be perceived from others like you went from, just like your life is very different. You went from a low place to a really high place so quickly. That's the outside perception. I feel like the truth of it is, in the past, you felt so stuck for so long. And this has been about getting yourself unstuck and trusting yourself and using your guidance. And this is the best freaking tower I've seen. It will blow your mind. Just remember when this tower comes and you're mind blown that someone is seeing you, seeing your light, seeing your worth, seeing your value. I hope you step up to the plate. Ask for fair and balanced. In this connection, whether this is work, whatever this is, step into it as the new you. You know what I mean? Don't go back to repeating old ways of being. I don't think you can. I think you're too, you know too much to go back. This is going to lead you on an amazing journey of self-discovery and exploring the world, like a deeper dive in and a deeper exploration out. This feels, I feel the tower like the, whoa. I don't know if I expected something this fantastic happening. I've got a clear room in my schedule. I've got a clear room in my imagination. This is just, holy cow, this is a lot. You deserve this. This is part of that justice in reverse, that there's been an imbalance for a long time, and it's like the scales readjust really fast here. Gonna knock your socks off. So, all right, I hope that was helpful. Take care. Bye.